Caitlin Clark has done it once again. Her jersey retirement game didn't just attract a massive audience, it completely shattered records, surpassing the numbers set by other top athletes, including Aya Wilson. The excitement and buzz surrounding Clark have reached an entirely new level, and at this point, there's simply no denying it. She has officially cemented her status as the biggest and most influential star in women's basketball today. Her impact on the sport continues to grow, proving that she's not just a rising star, she's already at the top.
Would Caitlin Clark not consider A'ja Wilson in her retirement? No. We don't think that it's fair that Caitlin Clark would have her retirement ceremony on the same day as A'ja Wilson's retirement ceremony, even though they both wear the same number 22. Even though Caitlin Clark just graduated college, she has well over many accolades to have her jersey retired, but everyone's lives should revolve around A'ja Wilson, and she should wait. I think all of you need to shut your pie holes. You shut your pie holes right now. Caitlin Clark is the face of the WNBA. No one's world is going to revolve around A'ja Wilson just because she's retiring too.
Now comes the interesting part. Aya Wilson isn't exactly thrilled about how things played out, and honestly, it's not hard to see why. Her jersey retirement, which happened on the same day, was completely overshadowed by Caitlin Clark's historic moment. Clark's game didn't just make headlines, it became the defining event, pulling in staggering viewership numbers that eclipsed anything Wilson has achieved. Rather than celebrating the incredible rise and expanding influence of women's basketball, Wilson appears to be more focused on the fact that her spotlight is fading as Clark's star power continues to grow. While the game is reaching new heights, the shift in attention seems to be creating tension rather than unity among the sport's top names.
Like this guy, he says, one brought a chip to their program and made it into a powerhouse and top destination for future recruits. The other is Caitlin Clark. But congratulations to the both of them on their historic college careers.
Let's be real, Caitlin Clark is the main reason people are tuning in. Her jaw-dropping deep threes, record-breaking performances, and undeniable ability to captivate audiences have propelled women's basketball to new heights. She isn't just a great player, she's a generational talent who has completely changed the game's popularity and viewership. Meanwhile, despite spending years in the WNBA and achieving plenty of success, Aya Wilson has never been able to generate the same level of excitement or mainstream buzz. While she's undoubtedly a top-tier athlete, the numbers don't lie. Clark's influence and star power have brought more attention to women's basketball than anyone before her.
A sellout crowd, not a shocker. I think it was like at almost 15,000, if not at 15,000 people. And the tickets were pretty expensive.
And this isn't just about marketing. Caitlin Clark's talent speaks for itself. She's an electrifying player, a human highlight reel, and simply must-watch TV. Her deep-range shooting, court vision, and record-breaking performances make every game an event. Wilson, on the other hand, while undoubtedly a great player, just doesn't generate the same level of excitement. Now, instead of embracing the moment and recognizing how Clark is elevating women's basketball as a whole, Wilson seems bitter. She's expressed frustration before about the attention Clark receives, but the reality is simple. Clark earned it. The numbers don't lie, and the truth is, more people care about Caitlin Clark than they ever did about Wilson. That's got to sting, especially for someone who has been in the league for years but has never commanded this level of mainstream buzz.
Okay, she would have her jersey retired on February 2nd, okay, be technical, okay, technically speaking. Hers was first announced on February 2nd. And then last April, I believe, of April of last year, 2024, and then it was then announced that Iowa, okay, the state, the Hawkeye.
Caitlin Clark hasn't even stepped into the WNBA yet, and she's already generating more attention and selling out arenas at a level Aya Wilson never has. That alone speaks volumes. If Wilson truly wanted to be the face of women's basketball, maybe she should have done more to earn that kind of spotlight. The truth is, Clark is the future. The records, the ratings, and the sheer number of fans tuning in all prove it. But it's not just her record-breaking performances that make her the biggest name in women's basketball. It's the way she connects with people. During her emotional jersey retirement speech, she took a moment to thank her supporters, acknowledging how expensive tickets were and expressing how much it meant to her that so many fans showed up. That kind of genuine appreciation is what sets her apart. Clark knows she's a massive draw, but she doesn't take it for granted. That humility, combined with her once-in-a-generation talent, is why she continues to dominate the conversation and why her impact on the game will only keep growing.
I'm pretty overwhelmed right now, but there's just a lot of people to thank. First of all, my teammates. I wouldn't be here without any of you. And a lot of you came back, and you have busy schedules, and I think that just speaks to the culture of this place. So selfless. Like, I know my number's up there, but it wouldn't be if it wasn't for all of you. So to the ones that were my teammates when I was here, I really appreciate you guys, and I love you.
Meanwhile, Aya Wilson? She wishes she had that kind of pull. The harsh reality is that South Carolina had to give away free tickets just to get people to attend her jersey retirement ceremony. Let's be honest, that's embarrassing. We're talking about a so-called superstar, someone who's supposed to be one of the most dominant players in the WNBA, yet they couldn't even sell tickets for what should have been a major milestone event. That alone speaks volumes. Wilson likes to position herself as the face of the league, but the truth is, she simply doesn't move the needle the way Caitlin Clark does. The numbers don't lie. Clark's games have been shattering viewership records left and right, consistently drawing more eyes than most WNBA matchups combined. People aren't just watching Clark play, they're going out of their way to witness history in the making. Clark's impact isn't just about talent, it's about relevance. When she steps onto the court, it's an event. Fans tune in, social media explodes, and the entire sports world takes notice. That level of excitement is something Wilson has never been able to generate, no matter how much success she's had in the WNBA. And that has to sting.
Like, I've said this before, I feel like one of my greatest skills is, I really don't care. I don't care. I believe in myself, I'm confident in myself, I'm confident in my teammates. I try to instill that in them. I'm confident in the coaching staff, on whatever team I was on, whether that was here, whether that's at the Fever now. And you just rely on those people, and nobody gets to step inside of your locker room, whether it was here at Iowa or whether it was with the Fever now. Everybody thinks they know everything and have an answer, but that's just not reality, and that goes for all of professional sports, and really that goes for all of you as well and people in life.
The demand for Caitlin Clark's jersey retirement was so overwhelming that fans were willing to spend serious money just to be part of history. Tickets were selling at premium prices, and the arena was packed with people eager to witness the moment firsthand. That's the kind of draw Clark has, the kind that turns a simple ceremony into a must-see event. Wilson, on the other hand, has been in the WNBA for years and still struggles to generate even a fraction of that excitement. If she were truly the superstar she claims to be, people would be lining up, ready to spend their hard-earned money to see her. But they aren't. Instead, her school had to give away free tickets just to fill seats. That's not what a real, game-changing star looks like. Clark's influence extends far beyond the court. She's capturing the attention of casual fans, mainstream media, and even people who've never watched women's basketball before. Meanwhile, Wilson, despite all her accolades, just doesn't command that same level of interest. And at this point, it's clear, Caitlin Clark isn't just the future of women's basketball. She's already its biggest name.
Is that it's on the same day as the A'ja Wilson jersey retirement, and the prices. It is cost to get into South Carolina. It cost $64. $64 to get the A'ja Wilson's jersey retirement. It is $1,000. $1,000 in the same night to get in an eye.
And instead of facing that reality, Wilson has chosen to be bitter, clearly frustrated that her own career hasn't had nearly the same cultural impact as Caitlin Clark's. That right there is the difference between a true superstar and someone who just wants to be one. Clark doesn't have to beg for attention or complain about the spotlight. People naturally gravitate toward her. The demand is organic, the excitement is real, and the numbers prove it. Wilson. Not so much. Fans aren't blind to this either. The reaction on social media has been brutal for Wilson. Many have pointed out the stark contrast between the two. While Clark is out here setting records, drawing in record-breaking crowds, and single-handedly elevating the sport, Wilson seems more concerned about her own fading relevance. Instead of celebrating how Clark is bringing more eyes to women's basketball than ever before, she's caught up in jealousy, frustrated that she can't generate the same buzz. At the end of the day, this isn't about fairness, it's about impact. Clark is the one filling arenas, breaking viewership records, and getting people genuinely excited about the game. That's what a true superstar does. Wilson can be as bitter as she wants, but the reality is clear. The sport has moved on, and Clark is the one leading the way.
Guys, everyone was back for Caitlin Clark's jersey retirement. And everyone was there. It was